When the U.S. Navy's newest and most advanced aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald R, deployed for the first time in October 2022, analysts raised concerns that the $13 billion vessel was dead on arrival. Standing 9 stories above the waterline and featuring a 5-acre flight deck with capacity for 4 squadrons of fighter jets, the ship instantly became the largest and most expensive carrier to ever sail, projecting both American naval superiority and vulnerability. Despite its technical prowess, the Gerald R faces a harsh reality. Over the 2 decades, China's hypersonic missile technology has greatly outpaced that of the United States. According to a December 2024 report from the U.S. Department of Defense, Beijing has the world's leading hypersonic missile arsenal. It only takes one successful anti-ship missile strike to destroy even the most powerful floating airbase. Experts predict that if China makes an amphibious landing on Taiwan, expected by 2027, its array of hypersonic missiles could take out all 10 U.S. aircraft carriers in the first 20 minutes of a conflict. In a November interview that has recently resurfaced, U.S. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth stated China is building an army specifically designed to destroy the U.S. These assertions align with the Pentagon's priority of developing Navy laser weapons capable of neutralizing the hypersonic threat. The fort is equipped to support about 24 emerging technologies, and if a true laser weapon were among them, the theory goes, these lasers would fire at the speed of light, countering hypersonic missiles that travel at speeds greater than 5 times the speed of sound. Consider the Dongfang 17, a medium-range Chinese hypersonic missile that can reportedly reach speeds of Mach 10 and strike from more than 1,500 miles away. The missile does not follow a conventional arc. It remains highly maneuverable as it re-enters the atmosphere, allowing it to change trajectory and direction while in flight. Weapons of this caliber are unpredictable and therefore more difficult to intercept. However, a laser weapon powered by the Gerald R fort's advanced A-1B nuclear reactors could fire thousands of shots at a missile like the DF-17, tracking and targeting it more effectively than conventional missiles. Additionally, laser weapons would have virtually unlimited supply of ammunition, theoretically firing as long as the ship has power. The cost effectiveness is also notable. According to estimates from the Congressional Research Service, firing a high-powered laser could only cost between $1 and $10 compared to the $1 million to $10 million required for a defensive missile. However, the United States is still years away from developing a reliable high-powered laser weapon capable of intercepting hypersonic missiles. In 2014, the U.S. Navy conducted its first sea trials with a laser weapon, installing the 33-kilowatt ANSEQ-3 laser weapon system on the amphibious transport ship the USS Ponce. In one test, the laser locked onto a small inflatable speedboat with replica cannons, silently firing an invisible beam that caused the cannons to explode. In another test, the laser weapon system successfully destroyed a drone launched from a nearby ship, sending its wreckage into the sea. However, operational issues prevented laser weapon system from entering mass production. 5 years later, the Navy tested a laser that was 5 times more powerful than the previous 33-kilowatt laser weapon system. They installed the 150-kilowatt laser weapon system demonstrator on the USS Portland. During sea trials, this laser successfully engaged a static training target. It was removed from the ship in 2023, and the Navy has not requested further funding for the program. In August 2022, the Navy installed its first permanent laser on the Arleigh Burke-class destroyer Preble. This laser system is also known as Helios, a 60-kilowatt laser which integrates with the ship's Aegis radar and weapons control system. Its developer Lockheed Martin claims it can eventually scale to 150 kilowatts, enabling it to target drones and small boats. During a weapons test in 2024, the Helios successfully neutralized an aerial drone, according to a January report from the Office of the Director of Operational Test and Evaluation, though specifics regarding the test date or time were not provided. To effectively counter hypersonic missiles, the Navy requires laser systems with much higher power, around 300 kilowatts. This need is addressed by the High Energy Laser Counter Anti-Ship Cruise Missile Program, or HELCAP in short. The Navy has transferred its research from the Laser Weapon System Demonstrator Program to HELCAP, which aims to expedite the development, experimentation, integration, and demonstration of critical technologies to defeat crossing anti-ship cruise missiles by addressing the remaining technical challenges, according to the service's fiscal year 2025 budget submission. Even with the Hellcat, the Navy faces obstacles as it still lacks the necessary power to effectively destroy anti-ship threats.